All right, so let's talk a little bit about silent majority. I know this sounds a little haphazard and it's kind of a rant and it's unscripted, so apologize for that. It's just something that I wanted to talk about for a while. So let's talk about the silent majority. Back in 2016, when everyone thought that Clinton was going to win, it was like, of course Clinton was going to win. The silent majority had a different opinion. Who was the silent majority? Young people's fathers and grandfathers and grandparents. Those were the silent majority. And what I mean by that is when you looked at social media, everywhere you looked, Clinton was going to win. Of course Clinton's going to win. Every poll showed that Clinton was going to win. But then the silent majority kind of outnumbered these loud voices. And here's the thing about the silent majority. They are called silent because, and majority because, well, there are a lot, but on social media, they have a very minuscule presence, or at least they did. Right now, it's kind of becoming the opposite way. But for the longest time, the people who, for example, supported Trump, since Obama became the president, people who supported Trump or like conservative people was kind of pushed to the sidelines actually. But then once Trump got into the spotlight, once Trump won the presidency, they actually started to emerge from the shadows, if you will. Right? And here's the thing. When was the last time, here's my gripe about the loud, not really a minority, but the loud people on social media calling for, I don't know, people's rights, give people this, give people that, complaining about everything. Here's the problem with them. When was the last, I'm going to call them liberals for the sake of the argument. When was the last time you saw a conservative shutting down a liberal, I don't know, prominent figure's speech? When was the last time you saw that? Now, let me change the question. When was the last time you saw a bunch of liberals or a bunch of protesters shutting down their opposition? Quite recently, like a lot of stuff comes to my mind. Conservative prominent figures have kind of lost their platform. They kind of were pushed to the sidelines after Obama became the president. They lost their voice and now they're kind of regaining it. And the best example for why the silent majority is kind of coming out of the shadows is the viewership of Fox News. Fox News brought in the most viewership in any cable network for the longest time. Like they brought in crazy numbers when everybody knows or everybody accuses Fox News of being biased, being white supremacist, being ultra-nationalist, and everything under the sun. They accuse Fox News of everything under the sun. But guess what? Fox News is getting viewership a lot more than all the other cable news networks. Right? Why is that? It's because they can't speak up. Now, why can't they speak up? Why have they become silent? Because if they speak up, if they have an anti-liberal ideology, which a lot of people do, they are going to be instantly shunned by the society. They will become an outcast. They will become a pariah. They will become isolated for the views they have. Now, here's the hypocrisy with liberalism. It's that they used to be the ones who were complaining about how the conservatives never gave them a platform to speak. It's the same situation here that we have here. Liberals have always been complaining that they don't have a platform to speak up. But guess what? Right now it's kind of the opposite. It's the conservatives who, if they speak up, they are going to be shunned. Liberals couldn't speak up at the time because they were going to be shunned, or their voice was so quiet that it wouldn't be heard. But right now it's the kind of the opposite. Although again it's kind of shifting back, but they can't really speak right now. The conservatives can't really speak their mind, because if they do, their friends are going to stop being friends with them. Especially like this is prevalent among millennials. Having different opinions, you're not my friends anymore. You're not my friend anymore, right? So here's the hypocrisy with, let's go with liberals, right? Here's the hypocrisy with them. They used to accuse conservatives of not giving them a platform for them to speak up. But now that they have the power, or at least the figurative power, because the literal power is still in the hands of conservatives, although that might not last very long. So now that they have the power, they are doing the exact same thing that they used to accuse conservatives of. They are canceling people left and right. They are accusing people of stupidest stuff. They are shutting down people's speeches. They are shutting down opposite ideologies. So, you know what? When conservatives get back their power, if they do, they're probably going to not give you any platform to begin with. You're creating, I'm not saying you, but the liberals are creating a very, very hostile environment. They're making people a lot more divided than they used to be when conservatives were in charge of social media. Not that they're not in charge anymore, but when they were in charge of social media, which they are kind of regaining control, when I gave you the numbers on Fox News's viewership. So expect some retaliation if and when conservatives get power over media back. Expect some retaliation. And you know what? As a conservative myself, I really see this as a big problem. I can't speak my mind without fear of people, I don't know, hating me or shunning me or what else? What else can they do? Although I've kind of stopped caring a little bit about that. I mean, of course, you can never say, oh, I don't care what people think. You can never say that, but I've started to care a little bit less and less every day about what people think so that I would be able to actually speak my mind. But this is not going to end well. Expect some retaliation. All right, so this was an unscripted rant. Thanks to anyone who made it to the finish line, those of you who did. And yeah, it's been something that I really wanted to get off my chest, and I did. So catch you guys in the next one. Peace.